Dr. Beverly Crusher's complete Star Trek, TNG and Picard timeline explained. Dr. Beverly Crusher, played with intelligence and compassion by Gates McFadden, stands as one of Star Trek's most enduring and complex characters. Her journey across Star Trek, The Next Generation and Star Trek, Picard charts a compelling arc of growth, loss, reunion, and finally redemption, not just as a Starfleet officer, but as a mother, physician, and leader. Here's a complete breakdown of Beverly Crusher's timeline, from her debut on the USS Enterprise D to her powerful return in Picard Season 3. The Next Generation era, healing with precision and heart. Dr. Beverly Crusher first appears in Star Trek, The Next Generation Season 1, Episode 1, Encounter at Farpoint, where she serves as Chief Medical Officer aboard the USS Enterprise D. From the outset, Beverly is presented as brilliant and capable, commanding respect in a field still dominated by men, both in universe and in the late 1980s television landscape. She is a widow. Her husband, Jack Crusher, a Starfleet officer, died under the command of Captain Jean-Luc Picard, a fact that adds personal tension and emotional depth to their interactions. Despite this, she and Picard share a subtle romantic undercurrent that is never fully acted upon during TNG, though it simmers beneath their friendship throughout the series. Crusher's dynamic with her teenage son, Wesley, is another core thread in her TNG storyline. As a single mother in deep space, Beverly balances parental duties with professional excellence. She often advocates fiercely for Wesley and even leaves the Enterprise temporarily in Season 2 to become head of Starfleet Medical, only to return in Season 3, a move welcomed by fans who missed her strong presence. Throughout TNG's 7 seasons, Dr. Crusher is more than a supporting medical officer. She stands up to Picard, challenges ethically gray orders, and commands the bridge on occasion, proving she's more than capable in a command role. One of her most iconic episodes is Remember Me, Season 4, where a warp bubble traps her in a collapsing alternate reality, forcing her to rely on her intellect and resolve to survive. By the series finale, All Good Things, Crusher is depicted in an alternate future as Beverly Picard, having briefly married and divorced Jean-Luc. Though that timeline is speculative, it teases a deeper connection between them that would later come to fruition. The TNG films, Subdued Evolution. Dr. Crusher appeared in all 4 TNG films: Generations 1994, First Contact 1996, Insurrection 1998, and Nemesis 2002. However, her role in these films was disappointingly minimal compared to her significance in the series. Though she continues as the ship's doctor, Crusher is often relegated to background support. Her medical expertise shines briefly in First Contact, particularly when dealing with the Borg-infected crew, but she's largely underutilized in major plotlines. Hints of her relationship with Picard remain unresolved, and her connection to Wesley is left ambiguous, especially since Wesley's fate diverged after he joined the Traveler. Nonetheless, her steady presence affirms her status as a respected and loyal member of the Enterprise's senior staff, even if the films didn't explore her character with the same nuance as the series. The Lost Years, Mystery and Absence. Between Star Trek, Nemesis and Star Trek, Picard, Beverly Crusher vanished from Star Trek canon. Her fate remained unknown for over 2 decades in universe. Fans speculated about her relationship with Picard, her Starfleet status, and her connection to Wesley, who also disappeared from the main storyline. This gap became one of the most intriguing narrative voids in Star Trek lore, one that Star Trek Picard Season 3 finally filled with bold revelations. Star Trek Picard, a mother's secret and a warrior's return. In Star Trek Picard Season 3, Beverly Crusher returns in a major way, now a mysterious figure working in the shadows of the galaxy, running a medical aid vessel with her son, Jack Crusher. The biggest shock? Jack is also the son of Jean-Luc Picard. Beverly kept Jack's existence a secret for over 20 years, believing that the legacy of being Picard's child, especially with all the enemies he'd made, would endanger their son. This decision becomes the emotional backbone of Picard Season 3, sparking conflict, pain, and eventual reconciliation between her and Jean-Luc. No longer the gentle physician alone, survivor, unafraid to wield a phaser and make hard,